So how do you manage multiple clients? Now this here is super important, especially if you have more than one client, you have 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 clients. If you don't have systems in place to manage all those clients, everything is going to be super unorganized. You're going to be going from one client to another client, trying to do work for one and then second and then third. Everything is going to be unorganized and a complete mess. So what are all the systems you need in place in order to manage all clients effectively, so that everything is organized for them and for you in the same time, so that you don't actually waste your time trying to manage clients because you don't have any systems in place? So this is my system. This is basically the system that I was using to manage multiple clients at the time when I was helping them with content. So here, this is just a Google Drive, and you create for every single one of your clients, you create a separate folder. So you create, like, one of your clients is Joe and Brad, and you're gonna create separate folders for your clients. And in that folder, you put everything for that client. For example, if this is a folder for one of your clients, here you put everything up for that client. You put content tracker, you put branding pack folder, final version folder, rough cuts folder, and raw footage folder. Now, what does these things do? So raw footage is simply a folder for them to upload raw footage there. Rough cuts is where you will upload rough cuts, and final version is where you will upload final versions. In branding pack folder, this is for you to upload their fonts, their colors, the inspiration, like the creators they want you to take inspiration from to edit their videos. If they have some logo or symbol that they want to use in their video, that's part of their branding, you want to make sure that you put this here. Basically like a branding pack with all the things you need in order to edit their content. Now, this doesn't have to be only these things here. You can add here whatever you want, basically, whatever that's going to help you with their branding when you're editing their videos. Now for content tracker, this is a Google spreadsheet basically. And here, this table, this spreadsheet is basically to stay organized with all of your clients' videos, basically. So if you take a look at it, here we have a date, we have a video name, raw footage, rough cut, approved, final version, and again approved. So to kind of explain what this spreadsheet does, basically, you here have instructions. This is super key if you're making a spreadsheet for your clients. Obviously, you want to record a video or hop on a call with them to explain them how to use that content system, but also always create instructions table just in case that they forgot what's the purpose of a certain column. They can simply see it there and do not have to go through a call recording or through your module. Just put instructions here. Now, video name is simply the title of the video, the hook of the video. You would put, depending on what is the date that that video should be edited or should be posted, you will simply put this video name here. Raw footage is simply a link to that raw video. Rough cut would be you just putting a link of a rough cut version of that. This column, approved, is approved for a rough cut, and here your client would put yes or no. If it's not approved, he should leave a note on what should you change, what he would like you to change in order to be approved, and then you put it again, he write it again. If it's approved, you go and edit the video. When you edit the video, you put here final version, so link to the final version. So how this works basically is once you edit final version video, you simply upload it to this folder, and from here you would go to three dots, share, and put the link basically here in this content tracker. And this column, this approved column, is for approving the final version of the video. That's basically how this content tracker works. This is if you want to use Google Drive. For me, Google Drive is one of the best basically softwares you can use. I love it. It's super simple, super easy to use. Everyone's already been using Google Drive, so that's why I love it. So this is the content system that I've been using basically. Again, one folder for each of your clients, separate folder for each of them, and here you put all of these things. You can all obviously add other things if you'd like to, but this is what I've been using. Now, another software that you can use that's great, I love it, is Frame.io. So this software is actually paid, so you need to pay in order to use it, but trust me, it's worth every single dollar. It's absolutely great. When you upload the footage, it's not gonna decompress the quality, so your client can basically upload raw footage here, you can upload your final versions here, everything's great. The way to use it is once you create your account, you would simply click on plus to create a new project, and here make sure that notifications are on. You create a new project. Once you create a project to invite people there, you would simply click here and use email of your client to invite him to your project. And from there, once he uploads the video, you can edit the video. And once you put final version here, once he goes, let's say that this is the final video of your client. Once he goes into the video and he plays the video, he can maybe go to this part and would like to change something here. And he can type, leave your comment here, and he can type remove captions from this part. For example, I'm just giving you an example here, based on my video right here. And once he clicks send, the comment is gonna pop up and it's gonna be with the timestamp, so you actually know what he's talking about. You can also do this similar thing on Google Drive. So when you upload the video, he can go and comment your video, but it's not gonna be with a timestamp like here on Frame. So he would basically need to type out the timestamp. So for example, on 15 second, change this or something like that for you to be able to have the same effect as here. But this is how you do it on Frame. It's super simple. He just goes through the video, and as he is on a certain frame, he just types here what he would like to get changed. Click send and all of your comments will pop up here. And also you have a status for the video. You can simply choose the meaning of all of these status with your clients. But for example, needs review. Once you upload the raw version, you would put it at needs review. If he leaves a comment and something needs to be changed, he can put it to in progress. And if it's approved, simply put it to approved. And if I go back right now, as you can see here on the video, you would have the status of the video. You can also sort these videos like this, if it's more organized for you. How many comments you have, you can see the date, you can see the status. It's super easy to use. I love Frame. The only thing that's its con, let's say, is that it's paid, but it's worth every dollar, trust me. Now, third software you can use is also the one I love using, is Notion. Here in Notion, you will simply create a database, and here you would put raw link, edited link, status. So in order to do that, so for this right here, if I go to edit the property, you would put that the property is for raw link, and for edited link, just put that type of the property is text, just like that. For status, if I click here, go to edit the property, make sure that the type of the property is status. For note, it's text. For priority, it's number. And that's basically it. It's exactly the same as Google Drive. You just have it on Notion. So whatever you prefer using, I'm just laying all the options you can use here. Basically, I prefer using Google Drive because I love it. I also use Notion for certain things, but these are the things that you can use. You can basically choose from Google Drive, Frame, Notion. You can also use Asana. It's also a great software. Yeah, but these are all the softwares that you can use depending on what do you prefer using the most. And that's basically it for content system. Just make sure that to create a separate page for all of your clients on Notion, exactly the same as on Google Drive. So here you would name it content system and name of your client, let's say Joe, and that would be content system for Joe. Then you would copy this page, duplicate this page, and for your second client, if it's Brad, you would name it Brad, so that you have everything organized and everything separated for each client. That's what we want to do here, to keep everything organized and easy to use. Now, let me delete this here. And here, it's super easy to use, exactly the same as Google Drive. Here, he would put raw link, you would put edited link here of the edited version of the video, then your client would just give the status. You can also edit these status things here. So go to edit the property, you can add more options, you can change colors, you can change what it says. Very, very similar to Google Drive. Note, this could be maybe if it's in progress. This means that you need to change something, and for note, he can leave at 15 secs, change this and that, just kind of to tell you what to change and what should be changed on the video. Once you change it, you can add another status to say change completed or something like that, and eventually he can put it to done, or you can change this to approved, but you get the point. So that's how you manage content for multiple clients. Basically, you create separate folder or separate page or separate project for all of your clients, you invite them there and basically create something that they're gonna use in order to keep everything organized. Whether that's gonna be Google Drive folder, Frame project, or Notion page, whatever you choose, just let them know how to use it. Now, another thing you wanna do when you're managing multiple clients, you wanna create another table. I like to do this on Notion. This is gonna be a client management table, basically client management database. Now, key thing here, do not put this thing and this thing in the same page like this. I'm just doing this for example. Make sure you separate these two, because content system is for you and your client together to use, and client management is only for you to use. You want to make sure that only you see this page. But yeah, what you would put here basically are all of your clients, client name, you put phone number, you put their email, and you put start date, basically when you started working together, and you put finish date, when you will end your first initial period of working together. Now, how to do that? For phone number, for email, for name, just use text columns. For start date, simply use date as the type of the column. Super simple. And why is this so important? Because once you put start date here and finish date here, as soon as you start working together, you will know exactly for all of your clients. And trust me, this is so helpful when you have multiple clients, because you have everything organized. You know exactly what client is finishing working with you at what date. So according to that, you know exactly when should you send them a voice message or tell them to hop on a call with you to see whether or not you're going to continue working together. Why do we collect their phone number and emails here? In case they are not uploading content that they should be doing, and they're not answering to your messages on Slack or WhatsApp or Telegram, whatever messaging communication platform you're using, you want to have another way to reach out to them. So basically, if you're using Slack, they're not answering on Slack for multiple days and they already should be uploading content, you want to have their phone number, their email, so you can contact them another way. But yeah, the thing with these systems and content system for clients that you will use, the key thing here is to make them super simple. Like, you don't want to create something that's going to be wasting your and your client's time. The whole point of this is to make everything organized, to save your time and to save clients' time. You want to minimize the work of your client. You want to just make it, for example, so that he just uploads the raw video and then he can go there, approve your video or disapprove your video and tell you what to change. That's basically it. You don't want to make him upload the video and put the link in a table, and then from that table put the link somewhere else, and then, he have 10 steps from the system he needs to use. The simpler your system it is, the more likely it is for your client to use it. So yeah, that's basically it. You want to choose between Google Drive, Frame, and Notion, where you will host your content system. Basically, you can also mix the two. You can also mix Frame and Google Drive if you'd like. You can basically get link from Frame and then go to Tracker and then put it here. So you're basically mixing up Frame and Google Drive, because Frame is maybe better for leaving status for a video than Google Drive. So if you want to combine them, you can do that fine, or you can maybe combine Frame with Notion, whatever you prefer. You can also use other softwares. I'm just telling you what are the best options for me. And that's basically it. You want to make sure that you have a content system, so basically a system that you and your clients are going to be using to basically put out content. And you also want to have a client management page on Notion or whatever you prefer with all your client info, so that if they're not answering, you can contact them the other way, and also with all of their start dates and end dates with working with you, so that you actually know when they're finishing their initial period. So then you can reach out to them, send a voice message or book a call to see whether or not you're continuing to work together. But that's basically it. Again, key point, make everything simple. That's the whole point of it. And explain to your client how to use all these things, because trust me, if you set these systems in place correctly, it will make both your life and their lives much, much easier. That's it. See you in the next module.